Hi guys. I am Julie. Welcome to the channel Bollywood King. As you know, I am usually reacting videos with Shahrukh Khan. Today I am going to watch Shahrukh Khan, Katrina Kaif and Anushka Sharma's interview about their movie JTHJ, working with each other etc. I want to remind you that Shahrukh Khan, Katrina Kaif and Anushka Sharma played main characters of the great filmmaker Yash Chopra's last movie JTHJ in 2012. I hope you will enjoy the video. Let's start.
I'm sure that Shahrukh, Katrina and Anushka are completely brain fried with scores of interviews that are happening, but still, we have to do a round of interviews where it's Jab Tak Hai Jaan and it's Yashji's last movie. So how are you guys doing, and less than a week now to the release of the film, and what is really running in your mind at this point of time?
We've had a great time doing it, so extremely fulfilling, and the only unfortunate, the only thing that we miss the most, always, not only just that we released or before it, but Yashji is no more. So it will be an extremely, it's a strange sense of being that, we are part of Yashji's film. He's no longer with us, but we would go by the celebrative mood that he's always had, for people throughout his films.
Katrina, you are the last quintessential Yash Chopra heroine. Essentially the fact that he's had a whole way of portraying a female lead, and you are the lucky one. You're the last one actually. So, what are your thoughts at this point of time, and what did you really think he brought to your character, that actually the Yash Chopra character, that actually made it so different?
It was something I always wanted, and now it kind of seems like it was in my destiny. In terms of what he what he brings to you, I think just so much. I think you just see his passion and his energy on the set after, I think, 50 years of being in the film industry. It was still the thing he loved the most. I saw him quite often in the last 3.5, 4 years, and I never saw him even a fraction as happy as he was as when he was on the movie set. He was just too energetic and too passionate about it. Obviously the film, the story is different from any of his other films. It's a very new story. It's a today's story. But primarily, a very, very strong woman, someone who knows her mind, but at the same time is very idealistic and dreamy about the whole concept of love.
And you play the antithesis. And what is the meaning of Akira, by the way? I found the name very cute actually, but what's the meaning?
Someone asked me that also, actually.
What's the meaning of Akira?
Shahrukh.
I think it is, she plays a documentary filmmaker in the movie. I think it's Aditya's and Yashji's way of kind of giving tribute to Akira Kurosawa.
I'm not sure how you'll be reacting.
It made me too, actually.
Yeah, Akira, I think it's a very sweet name actually. I don't know if you know it, Farhan's little daughter. The younger one is called Akira, and she has been named because of, I think, Akira Kurosawa, and because Farhan and his family such amazing filmmakers. So maybe it's a thought that she's a filmmaker, and when the second part comes, maybe she's making some interesting Japanese kung fu films. Seven Samurai by Akira.
So what are you really documenting in the film?
Him.
You're documenting him?
Yes, Samar Anand. He is the man who cannot die. He's called the man who cannot die because he has a record of defusing maximum number of bombs without a single scratch on his body. So my character is very intrigued by him, and so she's making a documentary on.
He's produced social dramas, he's directed social dramas and thrillers and a lot of other stuff. But the fact that every time he's come up with a love story, there's been a different aspect of love that he's put on screen. What aspect of love do we really see in Jab Tak Hai Jaan?
One thing, I think the reason that we always find that Mr. Yash Chopra's love stories are different is because actually inherently they're not love stories, and that's what he said when I spoke with him. And he said, he's too gentle to be taking it wrongly, but he said, "Sab love story bolte hain yaar." लेकिन मैं emotional relationship पे फिल्में बनाता हूँ, मैं personal relationship पे फिल्में बनाता हूँ, और उसके अंदर प्यार भी होता है, मोहब्बत भी होती है, obsession भी होता है, नफरत भी होती है, खुशी भी होती है, दुख भी होता है, and they themselves, human emotions and relations are so complex. अगर उसका एक एस्पेक्ट लो कि लव स्टोरी है, बॉय मीट्स गर्ल, गाना वाना गाया, प्यार किया, सनसेट में चले गए, तो वो लव स्टोरी है. बट यशजी जो थे अपने एक्सपीरियंस से ह्यूमन रिलेशंस की कहानी बनाते हैं, तो इसलिए जब भी हम वो देखते हैं उल्टा हमको उसकी लव स्टोरी और खूबसूरत लगती है, बिकॉज इट इज इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ अ रिलेशनशिप. whether it's a triangle or it's like just a boy and girl. I think, and that is why, if you were to ask me, कि love story है तो इसमें क्या नया पहलू है? No, it's again another film about human relations. It's easier for us to say, as it states in the film, it's a Yash Chopra romance, and it's about a relationship which is a little different. It has a new obstacle, which I don't think I have seen in a film. Love stories or human relations always have an obstacle. Sometimes they're personal, not only just this, it could be this. Sometimes they are exterior, sometimes they're social, sometimes they're status. I think in this film, the obstacle is quite unique. So in there, the obstacle was just being a psychopath and being socially wrong. In Seville Zara.
To say the truth, I especially love the obstacle of the love story in this film. As Shah Rukh Khan said, it was very unique. And interestingly, I can relate to that mindset.
It was the cross-border relationship. Dil to pagal hai, dosti ki pyar. You don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there are obstacles within the relationship. I think in this, the obstacle is unique. I think that's something which will bind and intrigue the audience.
And now to the two gorgeous ladies and talented actors, actually, I should also say. If I were to ask you, what is the lesson of love that you actually took home by romancing Shah Rukh Khan on the big screen, to both of you?
Lesson that I took home?
Lesson in love.
Katrina.
I made them promise that you never tell this to anyone, so they're being cagey about it.
Apart from
These actresses get to know it, keep it a secret.
apart from the secret parts of it, I think for me what I observed, which I don't know if it's a lesson, but something, is the amazing amount of belief and conviction that he has in every shot, even if it's, because it's, a romantic film, when the tone of the scenes are different. You're not dealing with, you don't have a lot of props around you, you're not dealing with other things. It's just you and the person in front of you. And every shot, I think his belief and his conviction in what he's doing is really amazing. I can feel there's some...
You're going to be right now.
Mine.
No, I think she's very right. She just suddenly pointed out something that I've realized. Yeah, in love stories, you have very few props and very few exterior things that help you out. There are no guns and there are no shots and there are not 8 characters. Love story is normally between 2 people, unless it's in orgy.
Well, there's not a lot of movement also. There's not
you can't suddenly say, see, ma'am, ye karenge, because you need to keep it very like this. So I think what happens is, the space that you create when enacting scenes, I think, is the space of love. You have to believe कि यही दुनिया है, इसके आगे कुछ नहीं है, इसके पीछे कुछ नहीं है. Just she and me, or she and me. Not me and me.
He is so funny. He said not me and me.
Not she and she.
No, I'm okay watching, but it has to be just between you, and you have to believe in it. I think, that's a good lesson of love. Thanks.
And you actually answered the question to her, so what's your take?
I don't know if, what I learned about love from him, but I guess an actor, like a romantic actor, firstly, he's very disarming. Like he
That's exactly what my question was aiming at. Yeah.
He really relaxes you, and because of
I'm Shah Khan.
So you can be a little odd or awkward, but he makes you feel comfortable. He makes you feel like it's fine, it's okay. We're doing a film, and we're a team. So kind of just relaxes you, so you can give your best. And other than that, in terms of love, I think Shah Rukh treats a girl like a girl, a woman like a woman. Most of the times, I think boys just won't treat you like a boy. But even if you...
Both of them actually have very interesting observations.
क्या बात कर रहे थे ताली यार? I think that's important. I think the lesson of love that I have also learned in my life is that a woman has to be treated with like a woman should be. You have to consider her to be stronger than you, and you still have to take care of her, not because she needs it, but because you have to feel like that for a woman, and you have to make her feel like that, I think. No?
And if I were to, they have no choice, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like they're both like
So yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ittifaq.
Ittifaq.
And also, the fact that you were working with Katrina for the first time, how's the entire experience been? Because, we have met, her co-stars who always talk about, the fact that she's extremely hardworking and she's
Lies.
very,
Nice. Tell me what to say about her. I'll tell you what is true and what is lies.
very hardworking,
No.
very punctual,
Never.
is extremely professional.
Absolutely not.
So then give me a insight into Katrina.
मुझसे ना बार-बार ये लोग everybody's been asking me कि यार first time with Katrina, first time. It didn't seem like that. ऐसा लगता है कि सदियों से हम एक दूसरे को जानते हैं.
क्या बात.
We've known each other for centuries, from the Taj Mahal times. Katrina is a superstar, and not in the sense of the word that we all are doing well, and we've all seen good times, and we've got good films to work in. But she's a superstar. I've seen her as an audience. I've known her socially sometimes, done little bits of work. But I think the greatest thing she brings on a set is that she doesn't have any baggage of being a superstar. She's extremely talented, and sometimes beauty undermines the importance of talent in an actor. So she's so beautiful that you don't look beyond just the persona or the physicality of Katrina Kaif. But I think she's hugely talented. A lot of people talk about, or even me and Anushka sometimes crack jokes about the language part of it. I think it's doubly or triply difficult for her to have managed without knowing the language of Hindi cinema to begin with, but now she's like fantastic. I think she's going to do some really wonderful roles. She can dance, she can act as a typical heroine, but I think she has huge.
I'm really sorry, but she's just cracking up.
Me?
Yeah, you're just laughing. I mean, I'm
No.
looking at you. You're so serious.
I'm happy. This is very moment. Finally said more than 3 sentences about it. This is an important moment for me.
I'm not finished, please, okay? And I think she's also, when she walks onto the set or when she's doing a scene, she actually makes everyone want to do their best, just by her presence. So that's Katrina. And Anushka is gentle. I'm changing it. Like I've been, saying these things for Anushka, and I'm saying it for you, and now
I don't mind him.
I was actually wondering, yeah. So
I
switched
think
it. That's
no,
why.
I think Anushka is a unique actor. I think she's unconventional, very different. In a certain sense, she reminds me of me as an actor. That she does approach a scene differently, and when you see, like myself, when I would see, like, "Ye kya kar rahi hai?" And then you realize there is some strange, unknown method in her madness. Best part, she's not aware how good she can be in a scene, which I think is the greatest quality, one of the greatest qualities an actor can have. So I'm extremely fond of both of them, having done this film. To do a love story with two ladies after many years, I've not done it, and I've done a love story for 7-8 years, whether with two ladies or not. To get co-actors like this, it has really enhanced my performance, I think. Because of Katrina, I have been able to dance a little more than I've danced in years.
Really?
Yeah, I think because of a couple of times I overshadow her with my moves. I've done that. And with Anushka, sometimes the approach of a scene has made me also, like, it's a scene actually, a couple of them, which I'm talking about, you see in the film. I'm like, wow, this changes the whole concept of what I thought, the scene is going to be, especially the one in the hospital when you're sitting on the chair and chatting. It's a simple thing, but it brings some strange element to the scene beyond what the writer and director have also written. So I'm going to miss them. I wish we could make part 2 of this film and do it in reverse.
Reverses?
I can't tell them the forward story, so I can't tell you the reverse. The man who keeps on dying.
I'm playing the army officer in part 2.
You're the army officer?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. This is nice. This is getting interesting. Army nurse.
Shahrukh, you've always said that every film takes away a part of you. If I were to really ask you, what has Jab Tak Hai Jaan taken away from you, and what has it left you with? What have you taken away from the film?
I think, and yesterday my writer and producer friend Adi, he mentioned it to me, and he kind of realized this is the film I think I've exposed the most of myself. It's very difficult for actors to expose themselves. All of us are very worried how much can we show. So when you gain in confidence with actors that, okay, she is not going to make fun of, or she's not going to be judgmental about this, let me just do it. They helped me a little, but I think the state of mind and heart is such in this film that I have exposed a little more of me in the film.
Shahrukh was reading somewhere that probably during one of the shots in Kashmir, probably Yashi said that, this is the last shot that I'm doing with you. It turned out to be prophetic, unfortunately. Could you just tell us, do you have any memories of that last shot?
She was doing GRA, which I'll try to sing again. Jia, Jia re, Jia re, Jia, Jia re, Jia, Jia re, Jia re, oh. Oh, okay. So she was dancing. She gets out of the jeep and jumps onto a donkey. Tattu, yeah. It's a romantic song. Yeah, she does, and that also kachak. Tattu, yeah, it's a kachak. It's not even like it's mule, I think, yeah. So she jumps from my jeep onto a tattu. Matru on tattu, and so she jumps onto that, and I'm really enamored by that visual. It's always been my desire to see a girl on a donkey. So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, actually, like, what the hell is she doing? And the other rest of the team. So he was taking my close up, and then obviously sending me away. It was my last shot. She had to do a few other scenes, and he just said, तेरी तो ऐश है, अभी last shot है, तू जा कल से आराम से सोना. So I said, नहीं Aji, I'll stay with you. And I'll finish the shooting. I want to hang around this Maharaja. He said, no, you will do other shots, which is very beautifully possessive. He said, you'll be doing other shots in other films, but with you, this is my last shot. So he got a little emotional. I think about the wrapping up of the film. This is going to wrap up the film. It's the last day. So he got a little tears in his eyes, I think, and everybody had moved out. So I just got off and said, no, no, no. I hugged him and I said, don't worry, 2.5 years later, 3 years from now, we'll find another young girl and a more mature love story as far as I'm concerned, and we'll do another one quietly and all. He said, no, no, abhi waqt aage nikal gaya hai mujhse. I thought that was, but you feel that way when you're ending a film. You feel a little empty. So I thought he was just talking in terms of, just an attachment and theatre-like feeling at the end of the shows. And like you said, it became extremely prophetic, and yeah, I cherish that moment.
And in terms of 20 years, with him, Dar, beginning with Dar, and then of course very good relationship with Yash Raj Films. What if is it possible for you to really pin down the contribution of Yash Chopra in your life?
Again, I would say what Adi knows. Adi has, in his own strange way, who has been the writer of all the films that I've done for Yash Ji, for him and maybe even Chak De to a certain extent, apart with Jaideep. He said this thing to me so sweetly one day that, do you realize that I have, and Adi Chopra is one of the most brilliant directors, producers, person. He said, in a certain sense, I feel I've dedicated my life in reinventing you. And, we worked for 20 years. He was a young kid. He was the chief assistant director for Dar. And I just suddenly realized that's so true. Apart from reinventing, and what are they reinventing me from? Every time they made me a bigger, better, huger star, and then said, okay, let's reinvent him, make him even better. So every time I come as a baggage to YRF, and every time I think Yash Ji and Adi and the whole team has made me look good. So just simply put, I am who I am because of Yash Raj and Yash Ji. So I can't owe them enough, and I'm extremely blessed to have found a team of people who love me so much, like family, and keep on trying to, I don't need to take care of my career. I have this wonderful set of people to.
Of course, I liked the interview, but the most wonderful part of it was when Anushka said Shah Rukh Khan treats women like a woman and Shah Rukh Khan explained that thought. I liked how he mentioned that one should consider women stronger than himself, but still should take care of her. It is a fact that it sometimes becomes out when actors are asked about working with their co-actors, but Shah Rukh Khan always manages to give interesting answers to such questions also. I hope you also enjoyed the video. Please, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you.